normally I film my intros on my way to parkrun, and I'm still going to try that today. I don't think it's going to work very well because it's been absolutely pouring all night and it hasn't stopped. So this is going to be a very wet one, and the sound could be quite rubbish. So I'll do an intro now, just in case it sounds quite bad later on. Last week I did my first parkrun in 4 weeks after being injured, and that all went pretty much fine. I'm still trying to ease back into it, so I ran twice during the week still, and today I'm not going to be going all out. I'm not even going to be trying to do what I did last week. I'm going to be going a bit slower than that, just taking it easy. My dad's going to be pacing this week, so I'm going to run with him just for a bit of fun, and it could be a good video, especially in today's weather. So the pacers at parkrun are usually people who know the course relatively well, and they can run quite consistently. So they'll say, oh, I'm going to run 20 minutes, or I'll run 21, 22, 23, and so on. And the idea is that they'll have a bib on their back with a number, so that if you're aiming for a target time, you can try and stick with them, or follow them, or keep them in sight, or whatever helps. Just having someone with you and knowing how fast they're going can give you that extra push. Now at Camperdown, it's not every minute, it's every 2.5 minutes. I'm not sure why, that's just how they do it. So they start at 22:30, then 25, 27:30, up to, I think it's either 35 or 37:30, I can't remember. But there was a period, I think for a few months maybe before lockdown, where my dad was between probably 22:10 and 22:50 every single week. So his times didn't sway by that much. And he always listened to music at parkrun when he's running, and it's the same playlist every week. So he knew, based on the songs, how well he was doing. He didn't have to look at his watch, didn't have to worry about the numbers. He could just listen and hear how he was doing. And so because of that, he knows Camperdown like the back of his hand, and he's got his music on, so he knows he paced 22:30 a lot of times, and he knows exactly where he needs to be based on the songs to tell whether he's going too fast or too slow. Because some places, like Perth for example, that's nice and flat. So if you go to Perth, I mean, I'd be pretty confident in pacing there, because you can just, I don't know, if I'm running at 22 minutes, I know, right, that's 4:24 per kilometre pace, so just try and stick at that. It's easy enough. Camperdown doesn't quite work like that because it's much hillier, so your splits are all over the place. You can't keep it's not a route where you can realistically have steady splits, just because, you know, at the first K you lose about 50 meters in height, and then I think in the third K you gain 50, so it's just, yeah, there's no consistency to it. But despite the difficulties trying to be on target when pacing at that kind of course, if he's 5 seconds out on either side, that's kind of a bad day for him. He's usually within maybe 2 or 3, so yeah, he's usually very close to 22:30. And it's been a while since I've done a parkrun with him, so I'll run with him. It'll be good fun. I've wanted to film on a day like this at some point anyway, just because if it's really, really rubbish weather, I'm not going to worry too much about my time, because I know the weather's probably going to affect it anyway. So just take the camera, enjoy it, have some fun, make a video out of it. Despite the weather, or I think more because of the weather, I'm really quite looking forward to this one, because when the weather's absolutely miserable, it really is just quite fun to go out and enjoy it, splash through the puddles, get covered in mud, all that good stuff. So I was talking earlier about the song cues that he's got to let him know when he's at the right place at the right time. So what are the songs you've got, and when should they kick in?
So there's 8 Elvis songs, yeah, that I use. Just while we're here, Hound Dog should come on.
So what was the first song you start with?
So the first one is That's Alright, and the end of the introduction should happen round about the first tree on the way down the hill. Then there's a medley that comes on just before the buildings, beside the play park. That should finish, or Hound Dog and the medley should come on round about this tree here. So that tree that's got lots of stuff on it, the one behind it's kind of not got as much leaves. So round about this point is going to be Hound Dog. Can't really describe when the medley finishes because there's not many landmarks, but I know where I am. I'll point it out on the run. The next one's the big one, so talk about the good times should finish on a flat bit on the way up the big hill. Levels off for about 4 meters or something. And if that song finishes right at that point, I'm bang on. Then that should finish, the next song, way down, should finish round about the car park. So go past the duck pond. There's a car park just beyond that. And then the next one finishes just before the meadow. That's Promised Land. And then at the end of the meadow, just as we start to go up the hill, that's where Burning Love should finish. And we'll be around about 1930 at that point. And then it's just a steady run up the hill. So you usually do it fairly accurately, but the big point's the halfway point up the hill. I'll point that out. If they're on time there, usually do it really well.
So he's got it all marked out pretty nicely. He's usually really accurate, although I've never run with you when you're pacing, so this will be fun. The rain isn't exceptionally heavy. It's not that kind of rain that batters you as it comes down, but it's just been non-stop for, I don't know, 12 hours, and it's got no sign of stopping anytime soon. So everything is just going to be soaked. So the last few 100 meters of the run is on a kind of traily bit through the woods, and it is just completely soaked all the way. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Could you give a big round of applause to the very soggy volunteers? Do thank you, Marshall, if you go around, they're getting pretty wet. If you'd like to volunteer, it's a glorious thing, volunteering on a Saturday morning. Please let us know. Yeah, volunteering. Please let us know. We need volunteers every week. It only happens because of the kindness of volunteers giving their time on a Saturday morning. A big welcome to any first-time park runners today. Woo! Go!
Song should start the last tree down here.
I don't know if you caught that, you said the song should start at the last tree here. Let's see. Not bad. Because it's our favourite thing to do, Andrew. Thank you.
First K, 4:12. Got in for.
Thank you.
Okay.
1K coming up.
It's 4:12. Right on. Okay, watch out for the hound dog tree.
Now that you've called it that, I'm always going to think of it as the hound dog tree.
Ready? Fire.
I find splashing through the puddles way more fun than it should be. Good job, you two, well done.
Cheers. The end of this kilometre, 4:12, 4:15, and that gives me a bit of reserve to lose time up the hill.
Yeah.
At the top of the hill, my average pace should be 4:35ish. I'm going to bring it down from there to 4:30. I'm slightly behind at the top of the hill now.
Like I said earlier, the splits seem a bit wacky because they're so inconsistent, but at a route like this they have to be. No matter what speed you're running, your splits will be like that. If you're walking it, your splits will follow the same pattern.
So this one should finish and it levels out.
Well, just at this left turn ahead. And great, well done. Didn't catch it on camera, but he just said at the top of the hill, 4:36 is the average pace. Pretty much bang on the target. Thank you.
Average 4:31 now. That's the average burning rate. This pace got to be 4:10, 4:09 just now.
Good stuff, well done. That's it, well done. Thank you. Good stuff, Lee. Keep it going.
Thank you. So jog and got to finish right at the far end of this path. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is the wettest I've ever seen camper down. Come on, Drew, take on the last hill. Come on. You can get him. That's it, go, come on, Andrew! That's it, come on, go, go, go! Thank you!
Well done, parkrunner.
Always happy. Thank you.
Brilliant, well done. Good job, Cal, well done.
Morning.
Morning, well done, mate.
Well done, Alan.
Alright.
The rain.
Perfect.
Sorry
about that, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm volunteering again today as funnel manager. My dad was going to be funnel manager, but since he was pacing as well, I took this from him so that we could both volunteer. That's it, you two, come on! Woo! Oh, they're going for it. Great job, guys, well done. Brilliant stuff. Good stuff, well done. I mentioned in last week's video, funnel manager is just, well, managing the funnel. Making sure nobody ducks out, everyone stays in order till they've got a token. And I'm also checking the numbers as well to make sure the timekeepers and the token giver outers match. Next up, 95. Fair. Perfect. Good stuff, well done. Great job, folks, well done.
Rarely
Great job, folks, well done. Nice one, Brian, well done.
Oh, disgusting. 17 seconds early, Brian.
Brilliant, well done. Great stuff, guys, well done.
Well done. One of mine. Well done. Well done, English.
Great job, guys. Well done.
Well done.
Running it in this weather's bad enough. Running it with a buggy is even harder. Running it with a double buggy is just insane. Brilliant though, but insane. Great job, well done! Woo!
You probably need to go to the side. I don't think it's white.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, look at that! Fine.
Like a glove.
Yeah.
It was very muddy today, as expected, as you can see by the back of my legs. I think some people weren't too bad, but I think something to do with all the puddles I was jumping in might have made it a bit worse. And when the event's done, we all pitch in to tidy up. Only takes a couple of minutes. I don't know how well it'll show up on the camera, but the rain's definitely worse than it was when we started. So it's just been getting gradually worse as the morning's gone on. But again, it's not awful. It's just the fact that it hasn't stopped.
So I'm home now, still no injuries, which is always good. And looking at the times here, yeah, my dad pacing 22:30 and he was 22:28, so that's pretty good, I'd say. And I ended up bang on 22:30. So yeah, that worked out really well for the timing. And he's got it worked out nicely, because sometimes you'll see people pacing, but they'll get quite close to the end and realise, oh, I've gone way too fast, and they'll have to slow down significantly and end up walking some of it. Whereas he's got it so that he can run at a good pace the whole way, and it's the kind of pace that someone who's running at 22:30 will be going at all the way around, rather than speeding up and slowing down to adjust constantly. So yeah, he's really got that pacing nailed. I've never tried pacing before, and especially at Camperdown, I know I wouldn't be that accurate at it, at least compared to him. But I've got the splits from today that I can use as reference, so in the future, if he's not pacing 22:30, I might give it a go sometime. I could maybe do 25, but I'd want to be a bit more familiar with running at that time and knowing where I need to be when. But you never know, it could make a good video in the future.